Hey, it is Megan the trainer here for another segment of Megan's Movement Minutes. We use these principles that DVRT set up for us to help us be better trainers and again help enable our clients to be the best version of themselves. So the amount of variables that we can manipulate to regress or progress somebody when they come in for their session is really limitless. And that helps us, our clients, again, have a training session that's different than the last, keeps them wanting to come back for more. When we talk about progressing people, we can progress, we can add sprinkles, if you will, as I like to say, in a couple of different realms. We can change our body position, we can change our holding position, and we can change our loading position. So if you think back to like typical old school barbell mentality, the only thing that you could really change was the weight and maybe your tempo. We have a lot more in our tool belt that we can use as trainers thanks to, again, to this DVRT principle. When we start manipulating these things, when we start tweaking, when we start adding these sprinkles, we want to load ourselves appropriately, we want to move our body appropriately where we are not going to get hurt. We need to keep that integrity to prevent injury from happening. How can I put this all together? So when we talk about, changing up our body position, our holding position, our loading position, everybody knows I like squats, but I feel like I use squats all the time. So we're going to switch things up a little bit. So I'm going to start with what I like to call our straight vanilla deadlift. So nothing is fancy going on. My feet are just going to be plugged nice and strong into the floor. I'm going to have that same grip that I have in the floor with my feet on these handles with my hands. So from here, I can keep that integrity in my core as I slide those hips back and as I come back up. So I'm not putting anything in my body in a vulnerable position. My knees are working as they should, my hips are working as they should, which is keeping my spine safe. If we want to progress somebody, obviously again, that old mindset is just to go heavier. We can manipulate your body position. I'm going to skip a few steps. Let's say we go into a drop step deadlift. I'm going to lower that bag as I step back. Now this foot, my front foot, and my hands still need to keep that same integrity that I just had at that straight vanilla deadlift. Meanwhile, this leg is moving. So just because we add another element in doesn't mean we can lessen up in one other area. Let's say I bring some kettlebells in. We can also again manipulate that holding position. So let's say I go back to that drop step deadlift, but now with one hand with this kettlebell. So not only does this leg, my planted foot, need to maintain that integrity, but now my arms need to maintain that integrity. My upper body does. Because what we don't want to happen is this kettlebell to pull this shoulder down, like this hand isn't doing anything. So we need to keep everything square and everything even, again maintaining that integrity, even when we don't actually have that implement in our hand to keep things even when we don't have both of our feet firm on the floor. Big picture, the reason that we manipulate all of these things is our life is not straight vanilla. Life is messy. If we can maintain our core integrity, that is going to set you up for success. Now that we know better, let's go out and do better so we can all be better.